client was having a lot of health implications and they were ready to just have this addressed and have answers rather than wait for testing or spend money on testing. So here I am oscillating tool sawing a piece of a baseboard out where there was a previous water leak that the client suspected was not remediated properly. I wanted to check behind there. I stuck a camera behind that drywall first and then saw some issues and then decided to ask them if I could just saw that piece off. They said, go for it. So of course we're doing this with a HEPA vac, a very strong HEPA vac, so we don't get any spores in the area. We're being very careful not to contaminate the area. And then here you can see I'm vacuuming it off and lo and behold, there is a bunch of spores. Sometimes it is necessary to be more invasive like this where we saw the baseboard off. We always go deductive reasoning, step by step. I'm not going to start with sawing something off or start with tearing out a piece of a wall. First and foremost, it's looking for signs and symptoms and then the borescope through the wall, poke around. A lot of times there's hindrance there with insulation and other factors. If the client's okay with a more invasive approach and they're more adamant about getting things done quickly, then we can do more of those sorts of things like sawing off the baseboard or other sorts of tools to find actual visual confirmation of growth back there. And in this case, the client was having a lot of health implications and they were ready to just have this addressed and have answers rather than wait for testing or spend money on. Wanted to know what was back there and gave me the okay. And of course we do, have precautions still with vacuuming at the same time cutting and trying to keep it under containment, even putting a containment door up after a small SPC. The best thing you can do is be a little invasive if it's okay with the homeowner so we can actually get visual confirmation.